Stories are like a song, a simple tune struck by those who play their parts. Elders, they provide the bass line, a chord that is rung out since their birth. Most people are a melody, sweet, vital. Now some, a rare few, provide the dissonant chords that resolve to the satisfying harmonies. These are the tones that end one story and start the next. History, though, the story of the world? Well, that, my friends, is a symphony. And at the end of the day, there's a question you gotta ask yourself. Who or what is the maestro? Hello, and welcome back to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I remain your GM. Today, the Surveyors begin investigating their first burglary. Thank you to our backers, Trent, Keith, and the brewery formerly known as Iced Here, for their support. If you like what you hear, consider donating to us at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, and maybe even try checking out some of the other shows on the network. But with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path.
I have something very good for the people of this show and of this listenership to share with everybody.
Please.
And that is my beer has a little frog wizard on it.
Oh, I do love that. Is that an urban artifact?
Yeah. That's an urban artifact. That is Ward, key lime, and vanilla.
Ooh, okay.
It's very good. But most importantly, there's a little like frog wizard where there's a little lime on his little like pope crown there, and I think his wand is a vanilla bean pod.
I do love everything that's going on there.
That is the most important thing I've seen today.
I've got a horse on mine.
Horse.
On my Montucky cold snack.
Look at my horse.
I'm drinking a thing called the Finnish lawn drink. It's pretty great. But I do shout out to Toledo favorite, the Bonefish. We have the Toledo Walleyes alternate logo.
I love it.
The Bonefish. It's literally a necrofish.
All y'all have cool things. I just have Sonic Drive-In Hard Seltzer.
We can't keep doing this, Justin.
Justin's been cursed by the Sonic Drive-In Hard Seltzer. They keep appearing in his fridge.
I can't
whenever
stop
there's empty space.
Yeah. I'll take that old-ass Iced Here stuff over that any day.
Right? Fair.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah. What's up?
How many flavors of Sonic Hard Seltzer are there?
There are 4. There's
how many have you tried?
Off the cuff.
The confidence.
Confidence is great. How many have you had?
All of them. I had to know if they all were booty, and they were.
It looks like there might be 5 now.
I need you to rank them.
Okay. Damn. Can I see a list of what they had?
All right, here, Justin, I got you. You ready?
Okay.
You were so confident on that 4.
Original limeade.
Okay, yeah. That would be 3.
Cherry limeade.
That would be 2.
Is this on a scale of to 5 or to 10?
Oh, because there's 5 of them. I only thought there were 4. Yeah, this is on a scale of 5. This is a blind ranking.
Okay, a blind ranking. Okay. So you have original limeade at 3, cherry limeade at 2. Orange pineapple.
That's a 5.
Is that the best or the worst, I guess?
The worst.
Okay.
Okay.
Ocean water.
That's number 1, baby. That's number 1.
That does have a picture of a coconut on it, so it's not just like water they took from the sea.
Yeah, no, ocean water at Sonic slaps. The hard seltzer tastes like booty. That slaps.
It's a slappable booty.
Yeah, it's a booty slap.
The last one at number 4 then would be mango guava.
That's number 4. That's perfect list.
There you go.
All right.
Great list.
Fuck
Incredible.
you, Sonic, I guess.
Sonic, we could be bought.
It would be so little.
It would be you would notice nothing.
You can pay us to dog on your products.
I don't want to be gogging on nothing.
I said dog, first of all.
Okay.
It looks like they do have a couple new flavors as well. They've got a hard southern sweet tea, which I imagine also tastes like booty.
Oh, man.
But it tastes like southern booty.
What is Sonic Hard Seltzer's actual competition? Like, what do we think? Because they're not actually competing with White Claw, right?
No, I genuinely, I think they're competing with, like, Not Your Father's.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sonic,
Yeah.
We understand we might not be able to say nice things about your drinks, but we will say terrible things about Not Your Father's.
There you
Absolutely.
Go.
I could say a lot more terrible things about Not Your Father's more than Sonic, because I've tried more of the Not Your
Really?
Father's.
I like Not Your Father's.
The root beer specifically, I remember having like a weird metallic taste despite being in a glass bottle.
The root beer tastes like I licked socks.
Yeah, that's college, baby.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, I will never be able to override the college nostalgia, because that's woodchuck for me. I know, like, at my core, woodchuck is probably not actually very good.
Oh, no, I love a good woodchuck still today.
That was the gateway. I haven't had woodchuck in probably a solid, like, 5 to 10 years. Especially the woodchuck fall blend that they had out from, like, 2010 to 2015. Incredible. Notes of, like, brown sugar and maple syrup. Ugh.
Chef's kiss.
Y'all remember Angry Orchard Golden Crisp?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That was the shit. I drank so many of those.
I was always a green apple girly when it came to Angry Orchards.
And I
Fair.
was definitely like 23.
Absolutely.
You were for
know
sure
what was-
23.
You know what was ass? Was Reds.
It was
Reds
so bad.
Apple Ale.
It was so bad.
You know what
Okay.
was slightly less ass? Was Red's Blueberry Ale.
Red's Blueberry was all right.
Red's Apple Ale was my drink of choice for like 3 years.
That explains so much.
I have only had Red's Apple, I think, once.
Yeah, no, you can keep those things flowing for such a low price.
Correct. It was very cheap at the Fishbowl to just keep having those.
Oh, Nate and Wally's Fishbowl, shout out.
It was basically a cheap ale that someone put an apple uncut into.
Correct.
And let it sit there for about 8 hours warm.
I like my
And then was
apples
put into-
uncut.
Was put into a keg and served to the public for a pittance.
Yeah, I'm the public. In other news, I started a Pokemon Leaf Green save.
Legally, or how many rounds do we got
yeah.
here?
Well, this is on my phone because, as I said many times, I will not purchase it on the Switch. I will not do that,
correct.
Sam. I am.
Correct.
Buying isn't onacy, piracy isn't theft, and emulation is not piracy even.
I will not buy it on my Switch. I will not buy it, Sitch the bitch. Anyway,
Finish it, you coward. Finish it.
I did. Anyway, I started with Charmander,
Okay.
and then I went with Fearow for a flyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Incorrect, but continue.
Excuse?
You need
Okay.
You need Shapidgey.
Yeah, you need a
No,
Shapidgey.
Fearow is better than Pidgeot. I will defend that till my grave. Even
proceed.
though I do love Shapidgey. And then I wanted to use some Pokemon that I hadn't used before. So I have a Starmie on my squad,
Ooh, okay.
Brave. Okay.
which covers both water and psychic. And then I have a Jolteon, but that's not out of the box.
It will always make me mad that they made Starmie water psychic, but not Golduck.
Because Golduck is water type.
Right, but Psyduck is literally a duck with psychic powers.
I maintain that those two Pokemon's names are switched.
Yeah.
Psyduck is a yellow duck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Golduck is a blue duck that has a third eye thing in the center of its head. These names were switched.
Yeah.
I also firmly believe that Caterpie and Venonat their evolutions are flipped. Go back
Yeah.
and look at them. Go back and look at
Yeah.
Butterfree. look at Butterfree and look at Venonat.
This is Pokemon revisionist history, and I will not stand for it.
It's not revisionist. I'm just saying that they're wrong, that they got their own shit wrong because red and blue were coded on like the back of a napkin, which is true.
But shiny Psyduck is blue.
Fair.
And shiny
I'm confused
Golduck is also blue.
Sure, that makes sense.
I've been playing Pokemon Legends ZA, which is a pretty decent time. I liked Arceus better.
I need to get back into that.
I'm having a good time with it. The battle system is not as weird as I thought it'd be with the real-time battles. It's kind of fun. You gotta think on your feet a lot faster, which is different for a Pokemon game, you know? But I've been doing the same thing, Justin. I've been trying to use Mons that I haven't used before. So I'm trying to remember what I have on my team right now. That's weird. I'm using a Meowstic.
Oh.
That weird psychic cat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Meowstic.
I have a Chandelure, which I've never used before. I have a Camerupt.
I have a Camerupt in ZA too.
Yeah. His name's Bert. He's great.
Oh, love that name.
Good name for a camera.
Good name.
Anytime I need the ground types to roll out, I've got an Excadrill named Bit, so it's Bit and Bert.
Good.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
I like Mega Excadrill because he's so unnecessary. He's just so long.
So Ellie grew up playing a little bit of Pokemon, but not a ton. She definitely got more into it since we have been like dating. And I remember playing Pokemon Scarlet with her, and in the second DLC, I think, one of the first trainer battles you have, that trainer's ace is an Excadrill, and Excadrill popped on screen, and her reaction to seeing this Pokemon for the first time was incredible. Just like wow, like just was so blown away by this silly little drill mole. It was awesome.
Incredible.
So he's got to be on the team.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm also using a Sand Slash.
Love me a Sand Slash.
Yeah.
And a Victory Bell, which I've never used before.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
That's a good squad, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inspector Vincent Absalom leads your crew through the orderly but tangled network of buildings within Basilica. Everything is perfectly manicured and well maintained. However, the actual address of any building that you're looking for is, let's call it, obscure to find. However, the inspector seems to know where you all are going, so it is a easy enough way to get there. It is the three of you plus your two companions that you brought along with you. So it is you all plus Dieter and Bailey. Lane was with you earlier, but he is managing to get the Grand Commander back to her abode so that she can sleep off a very, very rough night.
Yeah, I've also left Katie in
Katie is, yes.
asleep.
Katie's
in the
sleeping back at the
beanbags.
warehouse.
I got my nerds with me.
And after about maybe like 20 minutes or so of walking, you find yourself at a townhouse. And Inspector Vincent kind of gestures up and looks at you all. It's like, okay, guys, so this is the place. We'll go on in and talk to the victim here in just a moment. I do just kind of want to brief y'all up. This guy is not the biggest deal in town, but he's kind of a big deal. He is one of the heads of the Artisans Guild here in town. His family's been making wine for really as long as anybody can remember.
Harper really perked up when she heard artisan, and then really perked down when she heard making wine. Oh, so not a real... Okay.
It's a craft.
Them's fighting words.
Proceed.
Cecil turns around. Harper, what do you think it is when I make tea? I grow it, I make it. Does that not count as artisan?
Tea's sort of like non-alcoholic wine.
If you really think about it. Don't really think about it.
I'll re-examine some internal definitions I have for certain words, okay?
That's all right. You can have strong reactions and opinions to things.
No,
We're
it's all right.
What would happen if you stomp on a tea leaf?
Cry.
I think it'd get flat. I could get real flat.
And that's the difference between you and I, Inspector. Anyway, you were telling us about the ancestral home of the Tangleshires.
And he gestures to the place, and you don't need him to gesture. It's very obvious which one belongs to the rich mucky muck. All of the other homes in the area are 1 story. This is a 2-story residence with kind of like a jutting, curved wall that goes over front a small fenced-in garden. It doesn't look like much, but real estate up here in Basilica is not cheap. This is like somebody having their own brownstone right next to Central Park.
Sure. Yeah. And they've had it for forever.
Exactly. So any questions before we go on in?
You said his name is North?
Mm-hmm.
Also happens to be my favorite direction.
Family?
No family, just him. I believe he might have some family. They don't live up here, though. I think they're down in the fertile country to actually monitor the winemaking process.
Sure. What's the wine called?
Tangleshine. It's the Tangleshine Vineyards.
Okay.
Although they don't actually have vineyards, which is, I guess, is a little misleading. Personal opinion. They, source the grapes from elsewhere, and their winery actually, makes and distills it.
Huh. All right.
So if he has no family, then what's the connection to what's been stolen?
I mean, he has family. They just don't live up here.
Huh.
We don't actually. I mean, and this is the thing. And he gets kind of close. It's like beyond the sword. We don't know what was stolen. We know there were some documents, but he has been incredibly cagey as to what these documents were. When I was out last night, I asked, and he mentioned that, some documents may have gone missing, but in the meantime, he seems to have really clammed up about those. He won't say that they're not missing, but he isn't letting in on any further information. So, I mean, if you can figure out exactly what that might be, that would be great. But otherwise, I mean, I imagine if we find one, we're going to find the other.
Arabin has a stern look, but gets a slight smile on his face, and he goes, "How persuasive can we be with him?"
Oh, I got that old Arabin chill right there. Oh.
You see him kind of cross his arms and lean up against the, there's a brick fence post out front, and he just mulls it over. He's like, look, here's the thing. If we find everything and solve things to his happiness, then whatever happens, happens. I imagine he will overlook an incredible amount of subcouth behavior if a good result comes about things. However, if things don't go the way that he likes them to, and you all are also rude in the process, he has the possibility of making things difficult for everybody, which would not be great. So temper your attitude accordingly, I guess. I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. Y'all apparently know how to solve problems, and you are not bound by the same restrictions that I am.
For sure. I think we start good cop a bit here, and then we can evolve as the situation dictates, Arabin, if necessary.
All right.
Is there any part of the... So, I'm sorry, Inspector, you said you and others have already been here and spoken with him. Mm-hmm. Is there any part of the home that he didn't want us to get a look at?
At that, he kind of furrows his brow and really tries to think it through. No, not really. He wasn't crazy about us being in the records room, where they keep their financial documentation. I imagine it's also where they keep a lot of their recipes and whatnot as well. So he's protecting centuries of family, what's the word I'm looking for? Proprietary knowledge.
Sure, for sure. But we wouldn't necessarily have a way of knowing if anything in there was missing on our own, because we don't know what's all there.
Correct.
Fair. Well, let's give it a shot.
All right. He walks up and knocks on the door. And as he's knocking, Harper, I think you would be the only one to notice this. There are 2 handles on this door. One at a comfortable height for somebody who's, 5-6 foot tall, and another one that's at about your height.
Respect.
And the door opens, and you see one North Tangleshine, a halfling,
Yep.
opens the door. Oh, good. Y'all are here. Come on in, come on in.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Tangleshine. I am Cecil Stiles. These are our associates, and we've been working with the inspector. We've been tasked with being an extra set of eyes on this problem. To put it mildly, things have been ratcheted up a bit, and we're going to work on your case first. Would you mind showing us the scene?
Of course. Please come on through. And you walk in, and if you check the Discord, you will find a pair of maps.
Ooh. As we slip in, I'm going to kind of pace up next to Arabin and grab your wrist gently and slip a little, silver chain bracelet with a little eagle charm on it around your wrist. And then give a little tap with a little tuning fork sort of thing, just so it hums very briefly. It's like, if you need to go bad cop. This is enhance ability, Eagle Splendor for charisma. So you have advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
Ooh.
Very nice. So you all walk in. As you walked up to the door, you went through a small kind of walled-in garden area. The interior seems to have this nice hardwood all throughout, or at least, from this main room that you can see. There is a seating area with a mix of chairs and couches of different sizes to accommodate the different sized individuals. Same with the dining room table, which is adjoined. I mean, this is a townhouse, so it's kind of like, at least this area is a little open concept, multi-purpose room. He leads you through the doors, through the dining room, and up a flight of stairs to the second floor, where you basically retrace your steps down a long hallway, and leads you to the front of the house to a finely appointed office with beautiful stained glass windows. And you can see, as he leads you in and gestures to the wall to the north, there is an empty trophy display hangers that is conspicuously absent of its charge. Ally was held there for many, many years, and it has been in my family for since time immemorial. Since we had elven blood in our veins, if you can believe it.
Did the sword have any sort of magical capabilities to it, or is it just more sentimental?
It was certainly sentimental, but it did have certain abilities to enhance people's, how should I put this, made you more loquacious, as it were.
You said Ally? Is that
Ally was
name?
Its name. It also
All right.
went by Silver Tongue for a period of time.
Storied history, I'm sure.
Any idea who would want such an artifact?
I don't, which is part of the problem. I thought I had operated with, the best of intent as one could in this city. You will understand my meaning. I try not to make enemies. You gotta understand, this is kind of coming out of nowhere. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Does that include Ignis?
Not this time. All
For
right.
the love of all that is holy, I rolled a 17.
Excellent.
I also got a 17.
I have also rolled a 17.
Whoa.
The DC was 18, so...
All three of you, after seeing where Ally is supposed to be, you do a full head swivel around the room, and at one moment, all three of you lock in on something weirdly conspicuous. You see a pouch of literal gold and jewels upended on the floor.
Huh.
Huh.
Now, Mr. Tangleshine, I appreciate you leaving this in a state of, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Is the golden jewels here part of the problem? Was that
No.
should that be elsewhere?
It should be on my desk, but it was knocked over and then left. I did take the liberty of counting all that up. Nothing was taken.
So these
Very
were no
interesting.
regular thieves then.
No, they were not coming for my monetary value. They wanted my sword, apparently.
Between your sword and your incredible winery, I must say, we've only been in town for a short while, and you can barely walk 3 steps without hearing about needing to try it. I had quite a bit of it last night, actually. It was just delightful.
Deception. We're gonna roll a deception here real quick.
Absolutely.
Empty flattery is still flattery.
That's fair.
28.
But we are playing a game, so we must roll the dice when the lies are obvious.
Right.
Yeah, no, he's nodding along. Mm-hmm. Proceed.
Just had the most delightful night with it. How long have you been in the business?
Well, my family has been working the winery for low one, probably 300 years or so.
That's impressive. Truly a long time. I would imagine, given its family history and nature of it, that there would be family secrets and specific recipes and processes that are certainly valuable to you and your family and organization. Are those stored here or elsewhere? Would they be back at the winery?
We keep them across the locations. Mostly our documentation here is financial and sentimental. And what we keep out at the winery is more recipes. However, of course, there's always going to be a little bit of crossover.
Yes, it is a family business after all. Would you say that you have any documents missing here? Or perhaps it's a way to get anything else missing here that would lead to a potential break-in or theft over at the winery?
Group insight check.
Ooh, natural 20.
Dirty 24?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 6.
He takes a moment, leans back, looks out the window, and just says, "We haven't been able to do a full inventory, so we don't know exactly what has been missing. We wanted to preserve the integrity of the evidence." Harper,
Yeah.
you know this is a flat-out lie.
Uh-huh.
Not only does he know that something is missing, he knows exactly what is missing, and he does not want it to come to light.
I'm gonna do something that I've never done as Harper yet.
Interesting.
In this campaign, and that is speak to someone in Halfling.
Oh, okay.
Because Halfling is a language.
It is.
Much like Dwarvish and Elvish.
Correct.
So I'm gonna kind of clear my throat and take a small step forward in front of my fellows. And in Halfling, which in my head, based on the sort of southern drawl I've given Halflings, sounds a lot like Louisiana Creole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step forward a little bit, clear my throat, and say, respectfully, Mr. Tangleshine, a man of your business acumen, I'm sure one of the first things you did was take inventory of anything that might have been missing to maintain the sanctity of your business. The scene is certainly important, but looking after one's home and one's livelihood, that's a natural instinct. So I would completely understand if the inventory of what has gone missing has actually been taken and wanted to keep that close to the vest, because...
Persuasion with advantage.
As soon as Harper starts talking in a different language, I'm gonna, off to the side, go, lingua, and cast comprehend languages on myself.
Ooh.
So that I can know what's being said.
Persuasion with advantage is a 17. If necessary, I can Flash of Genius myself.
No need. He
Okay.
shrugs and... Well, finally, someone who speaks the mother tongue appropriately. Yeah, well,
Harper Talk, nice to meet you.
A pleasure. We are missing some of our records from this past year. Financial records showing some of our trade dealings. You understand these things are a little sensitive, and some people may not take kindly to some of the ways that we do our business. You understand the tariffs and whatnot.
Are you speaking of, like, accounting records primarily? Like, just,
Manifest, accountant records, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And you said just within the past year?
Those are the ones that I've noticed.
All right.
I took note of those, knowing the nature of some of these crimes that have been going on. I had a feeling.
Mr. Tangleshine, with the confidence that no one else in this room can understand what we're saying, and with no judgment from me, were there any sort of illicit dealings that would possession of these financial records implicate you in any sort of underhanded dealings?
Define underhanded?
By the letter of the law, illegal.
Yes.
Again, no judgment from me. But a commonality, if criminals are stealing from people that they might associate themselves with, gives us a direction to look in.
I would be surprised. For what it is worth, we were not dealing with criminal enterprises just going outside of the... Well, they might have been criminals. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I will take that under advisement with my fellows and will, based off of a hunch, wink wink, steer them in that direction.
I do appreciate your discretion in this matter.
Good old-fashioned laugh them off in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you're good. You're
all
good.
right, and back into common.
What were those strange noises?
That's halfling, my friend.
Never
this one
heard it
speaks
before.
the mother tongue.
Cool. Cecil has moved over to the inspector and just kind of leans over and says, she does this all the time. She's very good at talking to people. She's very charismatic, actually. It's just, this is just right up her alley. Wouldn't want anyone else in this position.
Look, if there were things missing that could harm your business, we want to make sure that's taken care of. But in order for that to happen, you have to be completely honest with us.
I have said what I need to say on the matter. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the big thing is the sword, though. Ally, I mean, that is it's not just a piece of family history. It's a bit of city history as well, you understand. That's the blade that broke the warden. Though, suppose you might not know about the warden, being from out of town and all that.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, years and years ago, and we're talking, around the time of the Colossi, shortly after St. Yogan himself. When the city was first being founded, there was this old, at that point they called it a prison city, but it barely registered as a handful of buildings at this point. Sloktor, some ruins that are outside of town. They're ruins now, but used to be a pretty bustling prison. And the warden kept an eye on the entire facility. It was a great, terrible bird beast thing that some of the original founders of the city built or enslaved. It's hard to say which is which.
Oh.
In any case, an ancestor of mine with Ally went and slew the dang thing that had gone from being a warden to a true captivator. It was holding people unduly. At least that's how the stories go. But we know there was a great beast and that watched over Sloktor, and we know that it was slain by Ally.
A storied blade indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care much for stories, but I do care about figuring this out. But if you're holding back information from us, just know that if we can't do our job, and it's because you're not telling us everything, That's on you.
You see him kind of shrug and nod. I understand. I do.
Well, this has been enlightening. Thank you very much. And Cecil turns to Harper and just kind of like raises one eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, you all are welcome to look around the place if you'd like. Like I said, this is my office. I'm not sure if you're going to find much in here. Got bedrooms up here as well as the water closet and records room, normal closet. And then downstairs we've got the kitchen and another water closet there, for entertaining purposes, of course. But
I don't. That really.
we can't keep letting
really
him get
got
away
me.
with this.
Water closet, normal closet. I think taking a look around would behoove us. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I think that's the proudest that Chase has looked in a while.
That's years of practice.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tangleshine, I guess the question that eluded me until this moment, do you have any suspects? Like, did this happen, and did anyone jump to the front of your mind being like, it's my rivals, our ancient family rivals caught up to us, or anything like that?
I guess names pop into your head, the Red Moon family also runs a very profitable winery. I suppose they could be trying to take my spot on the council by trying to intimidate me. There is that Nix fella who everybody seems to be talking about, but I have been assured that it is impossible it could have been him somehow. Your Grand Commander was pretty insistent that it was impossible it could have been him. Not sure how she could have known, but...
Yeah, who could have known?
Who am I to question the Grand Commander?
Right. She's grand for a reason.
So no, that's part of the problem. Trust me, if I thought I knew, I'd be knocking on their door myself, but I don't, so I can't.
Do you have any connections with or are you in business with any of the other 5 families who've been robbed?
I,
Ryan, don't know all their names, but
sure.
assume that North reads the news, so...
Yeah, he definitely knows, and he kind of tosses his head back and forth. In a manner of speaking, we do a lot of business. We move a lot of wine. A lot of them do buy from us and sell our wares. And those who don't certainly do imbibe them. The other, and of course, even if not, we all sit on the council.
Were the others all members of the Artisan Guild? Or no just different members of council? Okay.
What was it? There's been none of the priesthood has been hit as of yet. It's been a couple other of the economic guilds, and 2 of them were just straight nobility. Folks who have were among the original settlers here.
Very interesting indeed. I do believe we should look around a bit. Just kind of spread out, see what's been going on. Nothing, no other rooms obviously been tampered with.
At that, he gets a little antsy. It's like, well, you're going to see it anyways. Might as well show you. And he leads you back down the hall, past a couple of doors to the second door on the north side. He opens the door. This is our record room. And he opens it up, and it is trashed.
Yeah.
Yes, someone's been here.
Yeah, don't know if they found what they were looking for, but...
And no way to know until you put it all back.
Correct.
Understood.
Gotta look through everything.
How did they make entry?
At this, you all see him become visibly distressed as he says, I have no idea.
Front door?
Locked.
Back door?
No back door.
One way in, one way out.
Mm-hmm. All the windows were locked. Nothing was broken.
Do you have any wards on the place?
I had a couple alarm spells, but they were all dispelled by the time I got home. Not sure if they went off. Not sure if they were just gotten rid of, but no, sure. I had a couple of wards throughout, and they're all gone.
You weren't alerted to this. You found it when you got home. Yes, okay.
I know what I'm doing.
Yes. Go do the thing, Harper.
Yep. Inspector, once I'm done, I'd love to chat with you if you have an inventory of what has been taken from the other families. We can start comparing and contrasting.
That's going to be back at the office, but we can talk
good.
about that like this afternoon or this evening for sure.
Great. I'm going to go hit all the doors, all the windows, give them the Tinkerer's once over. See if I can find any signs of sabotage or picks or, little scrapes that may have not been there before.
Sure.
See if anyone broke and resealed a window, know, stuff like that. The shit that I would do if I was trying to break into a place.
Absolutely.
The saboteur shit.
I'm going to tag along with Harper, but mostly to talk at her.
Absolutely.
Sick.
Cecil, what are you up to?
Vincent, if you would, I'm going to, with Mr. North's permission, obviously, let's see if we can get this records room back in any sort of order. I am, in fact, a specialist at libraries.
Yeah, Cecil's real good at that paper thing.
It's kind of my whole thing. Through the power of the Decimal Dewey system, I am going to crack this case.
You can't just say something backwards to make it fantasy.
Well, they tried it once, right, with the 1E decimal system, and that didn't work. So they redid it again for the 2E decimal system.
Yeah. 1E, 2E, ready, bluey.
You see a visibly pained expression go across Tangleshine's face as you say that, and then just kind of falls into resignation of yeah, all right. If you're certain, absolutely, I'll make myself available to you if at all possible. And actually, I'll just be here. I'll work with you, and we can kind of start putting this back together. Thank you for your help.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, it breaks my heart a little bit to see this place in such disarray, and I simply, absolutely could not leave the room in this state. Besides, we've already gotten all the imagery we need. We know what this looks like. And Cecil, the first thing Cecil does is takes a step back in the room and just stares at the room for a second, blinks a couple of times, turns back around to Vincent and casts minor illusion over their hand and basically recreates what the room looks like right now.
Okay, cool.
Good enough.
Good enough. All right.
Right, let's see if we can put it back.
What would you like your two companions to do?
Ooh. I don't think there's much else to do. I mean, we could have Bailey maybe do a magical once-over and see if he can pick up any signs of, if there were dispelling attempts on those wards.
Sure.
See if he can pick that up at all.
Okay.
And then we could send on... Hey, Arabin,
Yeah?
it might not be a bad idea. Maybe take D to do a sweep of the street or the street behind.
In a bit.
You might be able to find someone.
In a bit, I'll do that.
All right. Thank you.
I got it.
I'm going to go play with paper.
I'll take a look out. And Dieter
Okay.
just kind of shows himself out.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Dietz.
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find us on Blue Sky at anotherpathpodcast.com, Ryan at ralbrecht.bluesky.social, Griffin at griffcolt.bluesky.social, and myself at tqloudly.com. You can find Justin on TikTok at JustJustinMichael and myself at tqloudly. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember to use your entire character sheet. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.